'Cause when the loving starts and the lights go down, there's not another living soul around. You move me until the sun comes up and you say that you love me. For some strange, inexplicable reason, I found myself thinking a lot about affection this week. Affection, not infections. And I remember talking to my ever so beautiful, talented, and witty sister about how people who do not have a source of affection, comfort, or a support system often struggle a lot more in this very cruel and vicious world than other people do. And she told me that affection is a necessity. Well, affection really does tie in with love. And I remember getting in a very heated debate with a friend over whether or not love was a necessity and how I was adamant that it wasn't, because you could live without it. A necessity was things that you needed, which were food and water and a roof over your head and clothes on your back. People live solo all the time. There are hermits and there are introverted people and there are agoraphobics and there are people who simply despise mankind, who just don't go out and don't have any connections to the world. But those are the exception, not the rule. And this last year has kind of been a bit of an eye-opener as to what people actually need. My whole life, I haven't been a very tactile person. I mean, I've given people hugs and I let people hug me, but in a relationship with a husband or a boyfriend or a lover, I've never been exactly warm, cuddly, affectionate. I've always had my moments, but I kind of have been far and few between. I've never been the hand holder or the PDA-er or the hugger, kisser, constant toucher. I've kind of always just been the, yeah, we'll get down to business later on, if you know what I mean. That said, with me changing to accept that love and affection are a necessity, I've also kind of shifted on the snuggle meter, which means that I kinda like cuddling now. It kinda feels dirty to even say that. As I've been mulling over my newfound affectionate behaviors, I've been thinking, is this because I've been getting older, or is it directly linked to the changes that I've gone through in the past year? Regardless, I've been really enjoying the idea of spooning. And the worst part is this last week I've been sitting at my desk just daydreaming about kissing. I feel like I'm a teenager, except this wasn't how I was when I was a teenager. I didn't care about boys or kissing or holding hands or cute things. I was too determined to get out of high school and move out of my house, and now here I am thinking about kisses. Maybe this is all just because I took a year off from dating or being with anybody and I was completely on my own and didn't have any form of affection. But what if that's just hopeful thinking and I'm gonna be this crazy cuddling creature for the rest of my life? Even though I've spent years and years denying how essential kissing is to a relationship, I know and you know that kissing, it's awesome when somebody you want to kiss you does for the first time, and there's that moment where he leans in and you lean in, and there's this pause, and it's like just perfect, and then you kiss. Excuse me, I think I need to go daydream a little bit more. Hopefully I'll see you all again here next week for another edition of That Girl Tyson.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.